Oh, oh, hi
Hello.
there. Hi. Hi, everybody. Sycra here, and I'm here with Bobmeatbag, also known as Jeff, also known as Zanfuli.
Hey, meatbag. This is
Uh,
Bob. Big.
and, yeah, sorry for the short notice on the Hangout, because I'm, yeah, I really want to do these, but I tend to not have time, and then whenever I do have a little bit of time, it's usually not much warning. And I'm sorry that it's a bit late. But anyway, um, basically, we're going to be watching Bobmeatbag drawing, and I was thinking maybe you guys could suggest something for him to draw, and then he could draw that thing that you want him to draw. Yeah?
Yes. It's all for you.
So, so we're going to be doing that, and in the meantime, I'm just going to be watching the chat and seeing, what people are talking about and all that. Just this better be good. I don't know. It's too much pressure. No, I don't know. It might be good or it might be terrible. Um, but yes. Hello, hello. So, what do you guys want him to draw? What do you think he should draw? What are you drawing right now, anyway?
I have no idea. Just random shapes and hope it will become something.
Right. So, I have a question. Is Are people watching the lighting series that I'm working on? And if so, how's it? How is it? Because I'm really worried that that one's going to get a bit boring. I've recently been doing a series on lighting, and it's a lot of information to cover. And so I think I'm at video 9 right now, and I'm imagining there's going to be a ton more because it's such a big topic. But I don't want it to get too boring. So I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so someone wants you to do a monkey riding a rocket.
Monkey riding a rocket. Okay.
It's 4:30 a.m. here. Oh, I'm sorry, that's so late. I want to see you drawing. Who's you? I don't know how to draw. I'm not drawing.
But you must know how to draw.
Yeah, we'll do a monkey riding a rocket for now. A hamster fighting a ninja iguana. Which one do you want to do?
I'm doing the monkey one right now.
Okay, okay. Will you draw yourselves holding hands slash hugging? God damn it.
What the hell? What's going on?
uh,
I
okay, so
found
the
out about
lighting
our
series.
relationship. I thought it was a secret.
Yeah. Shouldn't joke because a lot of people don't know what jokes are. Internet people sometimes don't know. Wait, did I just insult everyone?
Oh, snap.
I'm sorry.
I was not a part of this. I'm just a bystander.
Yeah. Okay. Kellon V says, yes, it helped me. I already had a good idea, but it was a good review and you helped me understand reflective lighting more. Haven't watched the newest one, though. And Happy Plu says, I've watched them all and it's amazing. It's already helped so much. I had no idea about most of the stuff featured in them. I haven't found most of that anywhere. Okay, good, good, good. So that's good that it's helping. Um, I want to cover a lot of things. I'm not an expert in lighting, but I at least want to cover how to light certain materials and how light works in color. I think skin is a big one. People want to understand how to paint skin. And I'd like to do that sooner, but it just requires so much that so much information just before we can get into that, because skin has so many properties. You got to know about subsurface scattering and how light works on the edge of forms, and if it's wet skin, you have to know about Fresnel effects, and there's a lot of stuff. So I wanted to at least, make a hangout video just so that it creates some, how to say, breathing room between all the lighting videos. Baganful says, I just watched the lighting series and I learned so much. More than my art teacher, that's for sure. Loves to you. Loves to you too. I'm sorry for the voice. Welcome, Splittable Infinitive. Welcome. Oh, your monkey's looking great. So.
He's a happy monkey.
Wow, you might be able to get a lot done today.
Yeah.
Because that was pretty fast. Awesome. So, Lupus, I saw some episodes, but at the moment I'm in need of other things. What are you in need of? What are you in need of? I'll let you know if I have plans to cover that or not. And I guess, where is everybody from? Because that one is good to know.
There's your monkey.
There's your monkey. So what was the next one?
He's gonna suffocate in space. Hope you're happy.
Yeah. Well, his eyes are popping out. Okay, monkey raiding rocket. There's one after that. Do you remember it? Hamster fighting a ninja iguana.
What iguanas look like?
Iguanas. You might have to Google search that.
Yeah.
I can kind of imagine what they look like, but it's hard to.
Let's see.
And does anyone have art questions? Because if you have art questions, I will.
Oh, iguanas. There we go.
I will try my best to answer your questions. Let me refresh this because I'm not sure it's updating. Never updates. Someone is from Florida and someone is from Puerto Rico. Nice. So today we've got, I think we've got a total of 4 people watching. Oh boy.
What?
I don't know. Just not a huge turnout today.
It's late.
Yeah. Well, it's okay. If people don't ask questions, I can ask myself questions and answer them. So, I guess I'll do that. Are you? What are you drawing again?
Hamster versus ninja iguana. I'm not sure which one's the ninja, but oh well.
Ninja Whoa. Yeah. You can make both ninjas. I need to get. Okay, Lupus says I need to get the basic shapes on my head. Anatomy is also a subject I really need to understand. I want to make a video soon talking about how I study anatomy, so stay tuned for that. Okay, Marjorie is from North Carolina. Beganful is from Michigan. El Rognol is from Argentina. Happy Plu is from England. I don't know why Happy Plu makes me. It's a nice feeling name to say.
Mm.
Happy Plu. Like once you get to the Plu part. Happy Plu. Lupus is from Sao Paulo. Mahmoud is from Egypt. Yeah. Draw a hippogriff doing Irish dancing. That doesn't look like a hamster at all.
I know. I don't know how to draw hamsters.
It's
Oh
the
my god.
nose. It's the nose. It's the nose. They have smaller noses.
Oh god, the pressure.
It already looks better. It already looks much better. Yeah, there you go. There you go. It's good
Oh,
now.
it's a hamster.
It's good now. It wasn't a big deal. How do you draw a humanoid lady camel? This sounds like human tour territory. How would you draw a humanoid lady camel? How much human? Like, is it like a centaur, but it's a camel? But anyway, you can do your iguana hamster thing.
Composition.
Sycra, could you do a series about value painting, like developing characters by painting without line work and that stuff? I'm not going to do a series on it, but I can try to show you how I do that right now. Sorry, Jeff, I'm drawing, and
You're gonna take over the screen?
I'm going to take over the screen.
Oh, the pressure.
It's gone?
Yes, I'm free.
Okay. Alright, so what I do is I use this chalk brush, and I got it from Anthony Jones' brush presets, but I think you can use, there's probably a Photoshop default, and if you're using Psy, then I'll do this in Photoshop, then I'm going to try it in Psy and see if how I can do it. But anyway, I just take like a big brush, and then I create shapes with the brush. And what was it? Value painting, developing characters. Yeah, so let's say I want to develop a character and I want them to be skinny, then of course I'm going to start with skinnier brush strokes, and I'm just going to build, and I do a bunch of thumbnails. So this isn't going to be that. Usually the first one is a write-off, complete write-off. You don't have to worry too much about it, and I definitely don't. And then you just do a few more, and then as you do them, you get more free. I haven't drawn much today, so I'm like not quick. But yeah, so let's say I was doing like a skinny character, and then I just start like that, and I can also use the eraser to cut into shapes, and then just build and build. So that's really the way I go about value painting. And then let's say, okay, he's holding, what is he holding? Something, maybe he's got a little hat, and let's say that was a design I stuck on. Then I create a new layer and I lower the opacity of that, and then I do the second pass, and if this was small, I would enlarge it. And let's say this is after I've already done 10 thumbnails, maybe. Then I go and flesh it out more. So I decide where things are, and I usually, personally, I flesh out with line. You don't have to, because, you know, you can just sculpt it. And yeah, I guess it's better to just show that sculpting, then I don't really need to lower the opacity too much. I can just sort of take the values that are already there and start using them and turn it into something. Okay, now let's see if I can actually do this in Psy. I don't know. In the meantime, let's look at what Jeff's doing.
Not much.
Oh, that's a cool hamster. Wow, that iguana is huge. Alright, value painting. And I know when I was doing that Psy tutorial, so much talk came up about Psy being used about anime only. And, you know, I don't understand that. How can a program determine what you paint? That's like if I was using oil painting and someone said, oil painting is only for landscapes. It's no, what? Where would that idea come from? So I don't know what that's about, but I don't think Psy is just an anime-only program, even if it's designed primarily for people doing anime style. I feel like a tool is a tool. Okay, let's see what Crayon is like. Yeah, it's kind of ugly. And it's also laggy, but that's because I've got that stabilizer. Alright, there we go. So that would work. If I was in Psy, I think I would use something like a Crayon. And then I would just do the same thing with thumbnails, but I want the density to be lower so it's more transparent. Yeah, there we go. So something like that. And then you can work out poses. So there's one pose, and keep it rough, keep it loose. Thumbnails are always about rough and loose. There's a joke there, but I don't want to say it. Okay, yeah, so then I would do this, and then I would zoom in and, detail things out more. And you can use pen or you can use markers, but you can do it inside. Oh my god. It's amazing. Wait, Alt works for color picker. Oh, right, I changed it. Anyway, back to Jeff's thing. Jeff Bobmeatbag, sorry. Okay. All right, let me read comments. Splittable Infinitive says, I've been studying anatomy lately. Got a great book from Barnes & Noble. And what book is that? How do you come up with subjects/topics for drawing? Well, how do you do that?
For me?
Yeah.
Man, there's this, well, let's see. It's very dependent on the moment. There's this lady called Inspiration that comes knocking every now and then whenever she comes along, I open the door, and then she loves me, and then she leaves me, and then yeah.
Oh, right. I'm sorry, guys. I forgot to change the screen, so you couldn't see what I was doing. Okay. What I was doing on Psy was crayon, and then I was... Wait, what? No, that. Yeah. And then I was just painting with this crayon. And I was painting a thumbnail. Let's do more thumbnails. This guy's big. And keep it very loose. So that's one thumbnail, and then let me do more, because usually the first bunch of thumbnails they're not very good. Keep your pen or tablet or whatever moving fast. It just helps, and don't worry about defining so much. See, this looks like nothing. It looks like a mess, but it's easy to not easy, but you can sort of define things. And Psy is being Psy again. So, I don't know. But let's say this thing is wearing some kind of armor. Actually, Psy isn't just useful for anime, because the way it works right now with picking up a lot of that background color, that could be really useful for things that are not anime, like even this thumbnail process. It's like, wow, that works. I can do things with that. Alright, so that's what I was doing, and then I took like a pen or whatever, and I just, you can detail that and define things. Right. Okay, back to the screen. Classical Human Anatomy by Valerie Winslow. Okay. Okay, what else? Draw Sycra Spider-Man hybrid. I have my suspicions about Sycra. What is your suspicions about me? That I'm Tobey Maguire? So many people think I sound like Tobey Maguire, but I don't think so.
Yeah.
And then people comment that I look like, what's his face? Ray William Johnson. And I don't think so either. I think that's... No, actually, yeah, I can see that one. When I had bigger hair, I could see that one. But the Tobey Maguire one, I don't know. I don't know.
There.
When?
Well, almost done.
Okay. El Rognol, how do you know what props, clothing, and accessories in general to put in a character? Mine always look too simple, and the only thing that comes to mind are belts and pouches. Reference. Reference helps a lot. Let's see. Let's see. I know on my site I have like a lot of resources. Okay, so let's go back to that. So on my website, what's going on? Everything's falling apart. It's all ruined. No. Okay, okay. Gotta calm down. It's alright. You'll be doing okay. Yeah, so here's my Sycra resources, and I think it's a pretty good thing for artists who are looking for resources because it's got a lot of, and I update it too, so it's got a lot of stuff. So when under reference images, there's lots of reference of lots of things. So let's say you wanted medieval armor. So here, there's Arm Street, and you can find medieval armor, and then let's say that's what you're looking for. And Arm Street is great because it breaks things down into all the things. So if you're interested in helmets, you click on that. And then it's a case of looking at the helmet and understanding, okay, here's where the visor connects or whatever. But it's very, very good finding stuff. And let's say we weren't looking for that. Let's say we wanted movie screenshots and color palettes. Well, there's a link to Movies in Color, which takes screenshots of movies and it breaks it down into color palettes so you can learn about color palettes and what colors are used. So yeah, and then at the bottom I have recommended reading. Sometimes people ask me, what books do you recommend? And it's all here. So yeah. Let's go back to this.
Yeah, there we go. Hamster Ninja versus Hamster Iguana.
That turned out awesome. Are you gonna upload this to your DeviantArt? You should. You should.
The credit goes to the people who suggested it. If it were not for you, this would not exist.
Good job. Okay, the Bradley 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I feel so stupid that I couldn't just read that. 0, 1, 2, 3. Oh no. All right. I want to be a great artist, but sadly I've been getting worse and worse. So I'm gonna take the easy way out and make a talent sucking machine.
You're making a talent sucking machine?
Easy way out's always the hard way. It's because whenever you try shortcuts, it's like you could have just worked.
Yeah.
You'd be done by now.
Yeah. Think about how hard a talent sucking machine is to make. Do we even comprehend the technology needed for that?
Okay. Oh, right. The next one was draw a hippogriff doing Irish dancing.
Hippogriff.
Or a lady humanoid camel. Humanoid lady camel.
I don't know which one to pick. What do you think?
I don't know what a hippogriff is, so...
Me neither.
I can search that up for you. Hippogriff. It's basically a griffin with a...
Oh wait, a hippogriff. Is that fuck? Isn't that something that there was Harry Potter had something like that?
Yeah, that had it.
Oh, a hippogriff doing what?
A hippogriff doing Irish dancing.
Irish dancing.
I think river dance where they don't move their top body and they just move their...
Oh, and then their legs doing those things.
Yeah.
Their legs doing those things.
That
was eloquent.
Yeah, why don't you do that beside the female camel thing?
Okay. Oh, he's trying to
They're
woo her.
related. Yes, yes, yes.
Oh
Excellent,
man.
excellent.
Let's see. There's not enough room here. I might have to move it somewhere else. I can get rid of
You
some
can just
small.
make a new layer and then, turn all the layers on at the end to show what's what
Okay.
in the box.
No, I'll do it down here. I think there's enough room.
All
I
right.
want to make this nice and orderly. Let's go search up what a hippogriff looks like, everybody.
Yay. um, Sycra, you said stumble upon is a good thing to use, but how do I use it? Wait, did I? What is stumble upon? This is embarrassing.
Hmm?
I don't recall saying stumble upon is a good thing because I don't even know what that is. I might have said so, but I'm sorry. I feel really. What is wrong with you? You forgot everything. Lupus, this week I had to do some tribal tattoo designs for a friend, and it helped me a lot to make lines with more action. Good. That's good. Alright. I don't know why the comments kind of update slowly, so I'm afraid I'm going to have to... Do you know any questions that we haven't talked about before that people might have?
I don't know. Feel free to ask questions, chat. We need you.
Yeah, I think it's just not updating yet, but I don't know. I don't know. Mine. Mine.
Mine.
Mine.
What's going on, mine?
What's going on, mine?
What?
So this is your reference pose thing, just to get an idea of what it looks like?
This is what I had in mind when I was thinking about it, but I just wasn't sure how to go about it.
Yeah, and then it's gonna be a... Yeah, okay, it's gotta be a hippogriff. Okay. Alright. In the meantime, I'm gonna look up what stumble upon is. Stumble upon is the easiest way to find cool new websites. Is it? I guess it is. No, I don't think I recommended this because I don't think I've seen that before. It needed to be updated. All right. To develop mechas, do we need to understand a lot of robotics? I don't think you do, to be honest. I think
you just gotta know how to make it look mecha-like.
Yeah. You just gotta know some things, and then reuse those things that, like, especially with Japanese anime, they tend to just... The only time you see a lot of the really technical stuff is in the elbow regions, like the joints. So yeah. I suppose if you really understand joints, then it'd be good for you. I don't know. That wasn't a good answer. I'm sorry.
You just gotta know how to make it look mechanical. You can look like steampunk stuff is really good for stuff like that, I suppose. But take a look at engines. Take a look at just high tech stuff in the real world.
Yeah, and I would look at mechs and just copy them a lot until I get an idea of, like, okay, this is what happens, this is what you need, and yeah. You know what you could do, Jeff? You could just copy and paste that image directly into your page.
Oh yeah, I could do that. Forgot about that. The original image.
Are all drawings meaningful art? Asks Baganful.
All drawings? Nah, sometimes
No.
you're just doodling, sometimes, you're
Sometimes you're
just...
studying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, copy.
I think of drawing as just language.
Yeah.
It's just another language to speak, and some people speak English, and some people speak French, and some people draw, and it's a way of communicating. That's all it is. So it wouldn't be meaningful as much as saying certain words is not necessarily meaningful. Happy Ploo says, why is it so freaking hard to recognize when I'm drawing that it's wonky and asymmetrical? Well, flip it. Flip. It's easy. If you just flip.
You gotta flip constantly. That's something that I haven't been doing. I should flip. Let's take a look at my flipped image. Let's see.
It's not too bad.
Yeah, it's not too bad, but this is the thing. Recently I've been constantly flipping my drawings, just like checking, making sure that, because like you have no idea how unbalanced something can seem until you flip it. Your eyes will adjust to how it's looking when you're drawing it, and then when you flip it, all the flaws starts popping out again. It's like, oh, I gotta fix this, I gotta fix that. Do it constantly, because it's important.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, flipping. And set up an action key if you're using Photoshop. It makes it much faster. Just flip canvas actions. Today the comments are updating so slow.
What's going on with the internet?
I don't know.
Why are you doing this?
Why are you doing this? What did we ever do to you? Internet, why are you doing this to us? We have been so good to you, and you have been treating us like horrible. Kellon V says, Sycra, I've been studying by only drawing, for instance, perspective, value, anatomy. That's good. Should I start working on color now or wait until I'm more skilled in those? When you start, it's really up to you. It's something that it's not going to be like you learn it and you master it and you're not going to need to go back to perspective, value, and anatomy because, with the exception of maybe perspective, anatomy I find I'm constantly learning, value I'm constantly improving on, and for myself, perspective as well. But I would say don't learn color and exclude all the rest because that I feel would be a bad idea.
Yeah, prioritize what you think is most important to you, or you feel like you enjoy the most. It's like if you really like perspective, then practice perspective more, but be aware of your weaknesses and then patch those up.
Yeah.
Try to keep it as a balanced thing. But if you enjoy something a lot, then do the thing that you really enjoy.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely.
Absolutely, positively.
Yeah. Okay. Ethan Snell asks, do you have any tips on keeping characters looking similar with different expressions and different poses? Just keep drawing, obviously, but do you have any tips? Yeah. Tips for keeping characters looking similar. All right, let me try that. So, I think for me, one tip would be just maintaining the same proportions. I feel like that is super important, and also understanding what is the characteristics of a person. So you want to keep that. So for instance, if I'm drawing two people, well, no, it's not two people, it's the same person, but in different expressions, let's see. One would be angry and one would be, or maybe it poses, so let me do one in a different pose. Well, are they seeing my thing? Let me make sure they are. Yep. All right. You gotta plan your character. So what is my character's characteristics? For instance, does he have? Maybe it's a he. Maybe it's a she. I don't know. Let's just do a he. Let's say he has a pointy chin. So no matter what his expression, he's going to have the same pointy chin. Even from a different view, he's going to have a pointy chin. What do his eyes look like? And this is something that you can't learn by just doing formula stuff, because if someone says, here's how to draw an eye, well, that's one eye. That's not a lot of eyes. So understanding how to draw many eyes allows you to figure out, well, what's this guy's eyes? What makes them unique and special? And then you include that in all the things. What does his eyebrows look like, you know? Break it down into those things. You don't want to just be drawing the same face over and over again with a different hairstyle, because that's not how we are. Although I've seen a lot of that where, excuse me, water. Yeah. So sometimes you'll get people who are all the same, and they just have different hairstyles. But no. So let's say this guy's eyes are like this. Then fine, that's what his eyes look like, and maybe right now he's angry. Well, if this one's when he's, you know, maybe worried, then the eyebrows are going to change, and maybe he has some character in his eyebrows. But the things that are happening stay the same. I mean, the characteristics stay the same. So maybe he has thicker upper lashes and his eyes have a certain shape. The corners of the eyes are going to be in the same place. Those aren't going to change. The outside corners are also going to be in the same place. It's this part, this top area, the middle part of the eyelid that goes up. Stanley Lau is live streaming too. Well, heck. Maybe that explains why nobody's here. Well, not nobody, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's not, I mean, less, not nobody, I'm sorry.
We're all alone, except for you people. You're the only one that care about us.
Yeah, so that would be my thing. Look for the characteristics and then copy those, and then it should be fine. You know, look at how the hair goes. And then it's still the same character. I mean, this character looks a bit different. That's bad. That's bad. But, because this one looks more Asian. Maybe I got the corners of the eyes to, yeah, corners of the eyes need to be lower. So I screwed up, guys. There, now it looks like the same character. And then it would be the same thing, you know? You just copy the same traits in a different pose. But it's got the same... But you've got to be able to draw them all, so, I mean, of course, drawing it a lot helps. But anyway, characteristics, that's what you gotta look for. Back to Jeff. Jesus Christ, you're going to sleep. Sorry that it's so late. Have you ever thought about mentoring someone directly as a project? No, because I've done private teaching, and that was sort of that, but it wasn't a project. It was just, you know, teaching. But I ended up getting a lot of other jobs, and I just didn't have any time. However, I did add something on my forum. So if you go to the Sycra.net forums, I did add a section where you could find mentors and study buddies and things, and that could be good for you to find someone, because sometimes you don't need necessarily so much a mentor, but just someone who's around your level that you can work with and bounce ideas off of, and you know, I like your female camel. Um, Bob's an amazing artist. He's fast, and his canvas already looks fun all over. Sycra, I can hear the pleasure when you read my name. That was my happy Plu. Yeah, Bob's awesome. And let me know if you'd like to see more of his work, because... wait, are we still shipping Sycra and Jeff? Because we are. If we are not, I'm going to sleep. Shipping?
Shipping.
Shipping?
Hmm.
What does that mean?
You mean like delivery service?
I have no idea what's going on. Will you try yourselves hugging and holding hands?
Oh, how did you find out? Shh, it's a secret to everyone.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll do it. For you, Big and Full, for you. Alright, so let's start with me. Oh boy. Wait, am I switched? Did I switch to my screen? No. Okay. Alright, so I'll start with me. And I got like a short forehead, big ears, and okay. Oh boy. I'm not this short, but you know, it's gonna be contrast, so I guess whatever. And then here's Jeff. Oh jeez. I don't know if I have enough canvas space. What's your hair look like right now? Is it like
pretty shaved,
still
yeah.
shaved?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, I'm really curious.
Okay. There.
Hold on. Let me. I gotta look at it.
No.
Why?
It's gone. I closed it. I deleted
No.
it. I erased it.
Oh.
You can't see it. Okay.
This is up. I'll see it again. Where's what makes
All
this
right.
guy fly?
Shipping equals pairing each other. What does that mean? Stop it. We will always ship Sycra. What? What is with these new words you're saying? I don't like
What
this new
Eldritch
generation.
language are you speaking?
I know. Shipping means... Because when I was growing up, shipping means you have ships.
Yeah.
And they ship things. Or it goes on a plane and it takes a package and it delivers it. It didn't mean like two people doing the dirty. Wait. I'm going to look at Urban Dictionary and look up what shipping is. Urban Dictionary. Shipping. A term used to describe fan fictions that take previously created... God, that was loud. God, that was loud. A term used to describe fan fictions that take previously created characters and put them as a pair. It usually refers to romantic relationships, but it can refer platonic ones as well. Just think of shipping as short for relationship. Oh.
Okay.
When that used to be like X when I was like Sycra X Jeff. No, not Sycra X Jeff. But it was like Kirk X Spock. Anyway, moving along. Wow, your guy's turning out really cool.
Hmm?
Your guy in the top left, although it's top right, or whatever. Yeah, that guy's really cool.
Yeah.
It reminds me of Jinro, kind of.
Right. I'm not sure who that character is.
No, Jinro's it's an anime. It's an old anime. It's like Wolf Brigade. Anyway, it's an old anime
Right. Okay.
that had people do a barrel roll. Sebridge, holy Jesus, finally caught a live stream. Greetings from Dominican Republic. Wow, okay, my computer had a panic attack. I'm back. Yay.
No.
Okay. Shipping is like painting a room purple. Good. I like that description.
Alright, next suggestion.
Draw one Afro Ninja Cat. A lot of
Afro.
ninja stuff today.
Oh, what's up with ninjas?
Everyone likes ninjas.
Oh, is it the stealth element?
Yes.
Afro.
Afro cat, ninja cat.
Ninja.
All right. So, does anyone have any art questions and no Sycra Jeff nonsense?
Yeah, what's that about?
No, let's not even bring it up. Let's just move on. Moving on. All right. Needed to refresh. Xing is so 90s. Yeah, well. When I was growing up, oh no, now I feel old. Like, once it was the 90s, everyone would say on TV, welcome to the 90s, and that was a thing. Man. Oh, thought I would say that recently joined your forum and I've been having the best time there, so thank you. Thanks, Splittable Infinitive. That's a great, God, what do you call it? Not recommendation. Oh, words. Why'd you gotta be like that? Words. Sure, recommendation. Let's just call it that, because my brain's fried. Yeah, thanks. Good. I'm glad the forum is good. Your ninja looks tired. Your ninja cat. Bob is a beast. Yeah. Dudes. Do you want to see? Oh. Do you want to see Bob's channel?
Shut up.
Do you want to see?
Shut up.
Do you want to see it?
No,
If people want to see it, then I just may let them know.
Doesn't exist yet.
So my tablet broke this week. I've only had it a month. I'm just making a personal request that Sycra or Jeff let out a wail of pain on my behalf. Oh, that would be easy for you, Jeff. Hotaru Tomoe says to let out a a wail of pain for her broken tablet.
Oh, wail of pain, huh?
You want to do yours and I'll do mine?
You go first.
Okay, I'm going to do one for each of my different accents.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, alright, I'm going to let out a wail of pain. Ah! Now I guess I'll let one out. Ah! Now I guess I will. Oh! Now I guess I will. No! Now I suppose I will. No! Okay, I'm done. You go.
I don't know how to wail.
You said you don't know how to wail, but you did that very well.
Wail.
A plug. Thank you, Leela10. Who's Bob? I thought it was Jeff. Bob and Jeff is the same guy. He goes by many names. Draw an artistic representation of Jeff's love life. Oh man. Oh boy. Let's not even tell them why that's funny.
Yeah.
What did you draw when you were kids? I know what I drew. Anime. Bad anime. I didn't look at reference. I didn't believe in looking at reference or copying people. I thought that was like some terrible thing, so I just drew.
Oh no. Oh no, Sycra.
What
Oh
is
no.
What
The
is
brackets button. They're not working anymore.
Okay, well, don't worry about it. Just press the thing on your pen tablet, the button, and then it brings up on your pen, right?
Oh
Your
yeah,
tablet
I
pen.
know that works, but I hate it when Photoshop does this.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes it does that. That's just Photoshop. You never know what it's gonna do to you. All right. I know that song. What song? Man. What? Okay. Lupus asks, are there any methods to train photographic memory? If I knew them, I would tell you, because I'd be using them myself. But I do know, there's an artist in the past, and what he would do is he had models on the second floor or something, or the first floor, and he would teach art students, and then they had their easels and their drawing set up on the first floor, vice versa. Anyway, so one model is on the floor. No, not the models on the floor. The models on the first floor, and the easels are on the second floor. So the students would have to go down the steps, look at the model and study it, and then go back up and then draw what they remember. And I think that trained their memory, their visual memory. So that's something you might want to do. But training photographic memory, I thought photographic memory was sort of genetic, but maybe you could train it, I don't know. Second request. My cat's name is Vader, like Darth Vader. Draw another cat somehow Darth Vader themed. It's a challenge, so you can't back down. What? Like,
Never back down.
it's up to you, Jeff.
Yeah.
You could just give this one a lightsaber and make it Vader themed, and because it already sort of looks
Right.
right.
Just let me finish this one up, and put in the things there, and some birds here. This one truly has a magnificent and grand afro.
Yeah. I thought you were going to make a bird pun. Does Jeff have a dark and mysterious past? Yes, that's actually true, and that's how he gained his artistic superpowers. No.
Yes.
What are you not telling us? We're not telling you about his past, but yes, he does have a dark and mysterious past. Baganful, Sycra Jeff, would you share your details of your...
Hmm? What is it?
Baganful almost had me swear at him, but...
What?
I don't know, he's like... Sycra Jeff, would you share your details of your love lives that you have together, please? There is none.
Mm.
I have a girlfriend. Jeff has his hand. There is none.
Yeah.
I'm not gay, but if I was, I would tell you because I don't care, but I'm not, so sorry, guys.
Wah wah.
Wah, wah, wah. What else? Is there any art? Are there any art questions? Or do you even care about art questions? Because I feel lately, I'm actually worried about it, but I really worry about I feel like my audience is split now.
Hmm.
There are I made this video on the paint tool side, and then it's like some people came in because of that, new people, and some people came in because of the hangouts, and it's sort of more joking and, just chatting with the art community, you guys. But then there's some older people who are more into just, the anatomy and more dry, don't screw around, stop screwing around, kids. Those videos. And so I feel torn now between people who maybe want or would be okay with me being a bit more playful, and then people who would rather see the serious side and learn real art techniques and strategies for dealing with their lives. If you were gay, would Jeff be the one?
Wow.
Hotaru,
yes, perfect for each other.
Hotaru, curious, are there days either of you feel spent from drawing/painting so much? If you take a break, what do you guys do? Yeah, of course. I think that happens in any of them. Hey, Sycra, why don't you swear in any of your videos? Because I don't know. I created my channel and it was supposed to just be teaching art and being just helpful in art, right? And it was for an audience, a general audience, and I didn't want to turn off a lot of viewers who maybe don't care for profanity. So I don't know if there was a place for it. It's just that I tend to do that when I'm just talking normally, and so in hangouts like this, sometimes it slips. I'm not proud of myself for that, but it's just the way it is. So, yeah. Yeah. All right. It's been an hour, so we're gonna end this soon, I think. Serious art question. Could you explain how the mouth lips work over the teeth? I kind of don't get it. And mouth lips work over the teeth. I think the important thing is to remember the barrel shape of the mouth, and I guess I can try doing that a bit, but I'm not sure. So I always like to think of the mouth as like a barrel shape, and then the teeth are on this barrel shape. So you got. Wait, am I sharing the right screen? Let's make sure I am. Yep. Yep, I am. You know, teeth, right? It's going back there and it's doing its teeth thing. And then lips have to go over that form. So let's say the corner of the mouth is here and here, because this part is actually going back in space. So corner might be here. And then let's say the person has open lips. Well, you've got to consider that barrel shape and that this goes around, that this comes in the front. And I mean, you shouldn't outline teeth this much. I'm just doing it because it's easier to see. But yeah, like, and this isn't the nose. This would be the nose. Boy, that's ugly. But yeah, I would look for that barrel shape. Sycra, there are another YouTubers that helped on your art studies years ago. Matt Archambault. I learned angles from looking at his stuff. But I think that's it, to be honest. I mean, I used to look at a lot of YouTubers, or not a lot. When I started, I think Matt was before me. Matt Archambault, I think he was posting videos before me. Maybe, I think, I'm not sure. But there weren't that many. I was one of the first ones because I started in spring of 2006. So, but I do watch other people's videos because I like art. What isn't? Well, let me see if I haven't missed anything. Um, okay. What splittable infinitive? What do you think are effective ways of teaching yourself art rather than going to art school? Watching YouTube videos isn't a bad way, but also drawing a lot. There are lots of interviews. Um, I like to watch interviews. There's on Schoolism. There's a lot of interviews. Schoolism.com. And I like to look for the patterns. Like, what are the things that every person is saying? There are also a lot of online art school things. Again, yeah, Schoolism is one of those. Pencil Kings is one of those. There's like CGMA workshops. There's a lot out there that is not art school related. And there's lots of people, like, join a forum and see what people are talking about, what books are popular and things like that. What's your warm-up routine? My warm-up routine is just scribble around usually, or just draw, and it's just don't judge those first few drawings because they tend to be terrible.
Yeah. Perseverance is really important for an artist. You gotta remember, no matter what comes out of your drawings, of your efforts, no matter what, you just gotta persevere. Keep walking down the road that you've taken, and then you will get better for it.
Yeah. Have guys discovered? Oh, sorry. Have guys discovered any new cool art channels recently? I have. There was this channel I recently discovered called Jetty Jet Show or something. I think it was the Jetty Jet Show. But it was pretty cool. So, Jetty. Marjorie Pear. I personally like the mixture of all the different videos you have. I listen to your live streams and speed paints when I'm drawing and watch your informational videos when I need some extra help. Great. That is good to hear. Thank you, Marjorie. I'm glad. That's what I was hoping. Ryan Blackmore. Draw Naruto. Also, how do you say Madara? Madara. Lupus Wakami. I've answered that one. Hotaru asks, what is an area of digital painting that you feel you haven't explored but really want to? Anything that intimidates you or are dabbling in but not posting, showing us yet? I don't know if there's anything at this point. I've sort of figured out what my comfort zone is, and I've tried landscapes, I've tried architecture, I've tried robots, I've tried vehicles, and it's more that I didn't so much enjoy them, and that's why I didn't continue studying them. But if I had, then definitely I would pursue that, and I'm sure there's so much to learn in terms of landscapes and vehicles. How about you, Jeff?
In terms of...
is there an area of digital painting that you haven't explored but really want to? Is there anything that intimidates you? And you're not dabbling it, or you're dabbling in it but not showing us yet?
Geez, there's so much to cover, right? I mean, like, I do just random stuff, whatever comes to me in terms of inspiration. But like, I tried just painting, like painting in Photoshop and stuff like that, and that was really difficult for me.
Yeah.
I was struggling so much with it. Yeah, there's like even what you saw today with me drawing and stuff like that. I had to look up a picture of iguanas, of hamsters, of hippogriffs and camels and stuff like that. There's each artist, each person has certain things that they draw that they don't even think about, and then that just gets added to your library. Like, anytime you can just take that book or that picture out from your library, your visual library, and you can just draw it, no problem. But you will encounter many things that you do not have in your library. So then you're going to have to look up for reference. You got to practice drawing it, and that's what I encountered today with all those images. Like I don't draw those things very often. Probably because when inspiration does come to me, I don't tend to draw those kind of things, which is good to challenge yourself. Find out what you don't draw often, venture out of your comfort zone, and then you might find out there's a lot of stuff you like, but you just haven't practiced yet.
I really like your Darth Cat Vader thing.
Uh,
Yeah, totally. Okay, perspective. Teach me how to draw BG in perspective. And then you said BG backgrounds. You're from the 80s, so I'm not sure what you meant. But you knew what it meant. Yeah, we know about that. Come on, man. Mine. I know what perspective or BG means. Sycra, could you explain how the zone around the eye, especially the arc on top of each eye, works? I take references, but I just don't get it. I guess you're talking about. Sorry for the accent. I guess you're talking about the upper and lower eyelid. Yeah, I can try and do that. Again, remember how I said with the lips you think of a barrel shape? With the eyes you just think of a ball because it's an eyeball. And then you have things covering it. You have one shape that's going, and these shapes go around that ball, and that's the upper lid. And then the lower lid is beneath the upper lid. And then you have that. So, I don't know. That's how I think of it. And then you have eyelashes, and the eyelashes sort of, you got to have the thickness of the upper lid and the lower lid. And one way of doing eyelashes on the upper lid is to sort of do these kind of shapes, like a U shape. Wait, am I even showing the right screen? Yeah, good. Sorry, I keep having to check that because I get paranoid because I've had it where I don't. So anyway, I do like that U shape, and then I go around the form, and then that sort of creates eyelash-shaped things. Wait. God, I put the lower lashes on the wrong part of the eye. I get... Okay, here's where they would go. Yeah, so it's not... Okay, a lot of things like this, you can see it and even understand it, but it doesn't mean you can do it, and that's because you have to understand form first. And form is difficult. Lupus asks, have you ever used Corel Painter? Yes, I have. I kind of liked it, and I used to use it a lot before I was very good at, and I mean very good, I still can learn more, but at Photoshop, right? When I started out doing Photoshop, I was as scared as anyone else, and what I started doing, my background, I guess, as if it's something like, well, I guess I was like 13, 14, 15 maybe 14 or 15, and I would draw with a mouse in Photoshop, and I would just look up tutorials, and then I would do, like look at the tutorial, and then they would say, click this tool, and then I would click that tool and just copy the tutorial exactly until I could do something. Because once you can do one thing, then you can branch out and like, well, what does this do? What does that do? And you need to become familiar with the interface at first, but it takes a while. So don't give up and don't be intimidated, but also if you want to use an easier program like Sketchbook Pro is much more user-friendly, then feel free to do that. Big and full. If a person draw a fantasy cat concept, another person draws another fantasy cat, and other people draw fantasy cats, would this concept be original or not? Well, it depends, right? If you're just all drawing the same type of, like if everyone was just drawing Darth Vader cats that looked like Jeff's Darth Vader cat, and then they all say that's their original fantasy, then no, it's not original anymore. But if they're all different, yeah. And sometimes originality comes from the most done thing, because then it's so limited, but that is where it really shows if someone original appears, because they put a spin on it that hasn't been done before, and then it's like, oh, cool. Like, Game of Thrones, is that original? I don't know. I don't know if you watch Game of Thrones, but it's basically like fantasy. But then the spin is that it's real. It involves real politics in a way.
Yeah.
So, um, and then it seems original. Like, wow, this has never been done before. Fantasy that isn't meant for children or isn't
Sometimes
geared towards children.
sometimes even a seemingly original idea isn't actually original. It could have been done many times before. It's just that it might not have been done as well or in a specific way. So, there's been plenty of fantasy stuff, like Lord of the Rings being one. But with Tolkien stuff, it's very much it's written in a very specific way. It's classic good and evil and that kind of stuff. With Game of Thrones, it's very much based on our own history. If you think Game of Thrones is bloody, wait until you see some of the stuff that's in our past. But it's the first one that really looked into like the shadowy political side. Who holds the real power, which side is maneuvering against which deals are they having with each other. It's the constant struggle of the political power, and
Yeah.
and that's also been done, but once again, maybe not in the way of Game of Thrones, which takes place in fantasy setting, and even if it is, it's usually not taken seriously,
Yeah.
which Game of Thrones does take it
and
seriously.
and some of it is just mashing things together. Like you take samurai, and you take planes and dogfights and things like that in those movies, and you take sci-fi and you mix it all together, and then you get Star Wars, and you throw in some Eastern philosophy in that. It's like, yeah, it's original because people haven't put that together before.
Yeah.
Um,
What was it? There's a really good documentary. Everything is a remix.
yeah, everything is a remix.
Everything that's ever been done, it's don't really discount it as something. Oh, that's never been done before. It probably has, but not in a certain way. Everything is built on a foundation of what it was before. The past is there to help you. It's
Yeah.
it's like the Steve Jobs the iPhone, I guess, or that thing, like the touchscreen interface. It was in a TED talk like 5 years ago, but Steve Jobs just happened to, like they saw the idea and then they
No,
incorporated it.
it was way
Wait,
earlier, way
wait,
earlier.
how much earlier?
Like it was like I think in the early two or something in the year 2000. Like Microsoft came out with a tab. Anyway, it's old.
Oh yeah, and okay,
Yeah.
yeah, it's like you see like everything is built on a foundation and stuff like that. And thanks for correcting me, by the way. Uh, And it's the same thing with the computer, wasn't it? There was in the Everything is a Remix documentary. They talk about how there was before Steve Jobs came out with a computer that he had, there were a bunch of other people already working on the computer and stuff like that. So everything is built upon the foundation of the past, and everything is a remix.
Yeah. And I mean, even my lightning bolt technique, I mentioned that it's just opposite C technique and straight against curves, and then I stuck them together. So, and then it looked like a lightning bolt, so I said it's a lightning bolt technique. And then someone else said, well, I've seen this technique before, and it's yeah, I mean, it's possible that you've seen that technique before because someone else might have stuck it together. It's not like it's that creative, it's just for me, I had never seen it stuck together before, and for me, it helped me a lot. And it's like, okay, I thought I created it, and I wanted to share it. So maybe someone else created it as well at the same time, or maybe earlier, or even later. But if they don't share it, it doesn't really matter. But anyway, it's not about that. It's just about like that's sort of how a lot of things are created. You just take something and then adjust it, tweak it. Okay. Lupus says, do you want to draw to at Pleebot? I see a lot of guys work for them. I used to, and then I'm doing different things now, so I don't know. I won't rule it out. The Bradley asked, do you know why I use pencil? Because tablets are too quick. You can't savor every single pencil stroke. Okay. I guess. You could slow down. You can also put a piece of paper on top of the tablet surface, Slows it down.
It's all about preference. If you prefer pencil, then sure. But if you also got to realize that Photoshop is a very industry standard thing. But if you can work a way around that and just just get really good at pencil stuff, then that's fine too.
Yep. Hotaru, the variety is more encouraging than anything You're approachable and not stuck up and a good teacher. Oh, keep going. Keep telling me that. Oh my god. Um,
Somebody's enjoying compliments.
I wouldn't be worried about it personally. I think it gives you an edge. Thank you, Hotaru. And Hotaru says, great answer, Jeff.
Oh,
How's
thank
it
you.
feel? Does it feel great?
Mm,
Feels
yes.
good, doesn't it?
It feels so good to be complimented. I'll do it more.
Mr. Asahi, do you look into art books for character or story concepts? If so, which books do you like? Kim Chung-ki.
Yeah.
I keep
Kim
going back
Chung-ki
to
is the
that.
king.
Hotaru, again, your brain is awesome. Such amazing sketches. Yeah, it's pretty. And the Going Ballistic says, I had bad gas. I'm glad you had bad gas and don't have bad gas, because that's good. That means you've got over it.
Yeah.
Is Bobmeatbag Jeff's Snapchat name? What is
Just what?
Snapchat? What is Snapchat? Do you know?
What's Snapchat?
Oh, you don't know either? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what Snapchat is. But no, I don't. I guess not, because we don't know what Snapchat is. But Bobmeatbag's Jeff's YouTube channel. Oh boy. Might as well. It's getting late. It's getting late. Should we? The Going Ballistic. Have you ever had really bad gas when working on a sketch? If so, how do you deal with this problem? I seem to get it a lot. Geez, is this like a troll comment or a serious comment? I don't think I've had really bad gas when working on a sketch, but if I did, I would deal with it by, like, I'm on a stool, so I just sort of like bend over and raise one butt cheek, and then that creates an air passage. And I'd probably just like let it out that way.
Yeah.
Lupus, I don't know how to use a forum. I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. Maybe someone else can help. I'm going to end this soon, but for all you who are looking at Jeff's work and who really appreciate it, you should take a look at. Can I please?
Fine.
Can I? You can take a look at Jeff's. Wait, what have I done? What have I done? What have I done?
Not yet.
That's what I get. Indeed. Indeed. You should subscribe to Jeff's YouTube page, because you guys were asking him to make it, like, does he have a YouTube channel? And he did not. He did not. But because you guys were saying so, he made one! So, yeah, subscribe to this guy. Let me do this thing. No! Nothing's working. Okay. There we go. There we go. Subscribe to Bob Meatbag at he's youtube.com/BobMeatbag, and then Jeff's going to be uploading more sketches, and he actually talks through them and says how he does things, and yeah. I think he'll update it like once a week maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if enough people subscribe.
Yeah.
Subscribe.
Like it worth my while.
Subscribe.
Like it worth my while. My while.
All right. Fart Smith says, I can only draw from reference now. What is with all this fart talk? This is an art channel, not a fart channel.
Is there, do you seriously have like a flatulence problem? I suggest getting that checked out. You know, an artist's bottom is very important. It's what you sit on every day to draw, you know?
Yeah.
You gotta take care of that bottom. You know? And if there's any flatulence problems, you gotta eat your vegetables. You know? I recommend lots of
beans. Does that help?
I recommend
no, that makes it worse. All right. Someone thought you were drawing a Titan from Attack on Titan.
Hmm?
Uh, you're not. You're not. Yay! People are subscribing to you, Jeff.
No! No!
YouTube.com/Bobmeatbag. YouTube.com
No!
slash Bobmeatbag.
No! Why you gotta do me like that? Why
Because
you
they
gotta
love
be
you,
like,
Jeff. They love you.
no!
Emphasis on the FFF. How do you draw with pencil on the computer screen? He's not drawing with pencil. He's just drawing on a. It's called a graphics tablet, and he's using a Wacom Intuos tablet, and I'm using a Wacom Cintiq or Wacom. Uh, all right, all right, okay. Hotaru says, are there any stories or characters in your heads where you would want to do like several pieces or graphic novel thing? Yes, there are, but I'm not telling you. Because I'm hoping to actually do something.
Mm.
Fart Smith says, what are some exercises to get better at drawing from imagination? I used to draw from imagination when I was young, but I can't only draw from reference now. I guess can only draw from reference now. You got some advice?
Yeah, just try drawing without reference. Force your brain to kick back into gear. Because the more you do something, the easier it is to do that specific thing. So, if you only rely on reference, then, you're going to get better at using reference. But if that's all you do, then you got to be careful not to let something become a crutch.
Yeah.
As soon as you realize that you have a really good strength, but then something becomes so bad that you can't even use it anymore, it's like, okay, you got a problem. Go fix it right away, address the problem.
Yeah,
I
just
think
like
you gave me
that.
this really good advice about work on something and maybe drawing, work on drawing for a while, but then notice that that my coloring might be lacking behind. So go to fix that up a little bit so everything's up to standard. Don't become too stuck into one thing. You gotta keep it a bit balanced.
Yeah. Another thing is to realize that, let's say you work from reference a lot, and often it's the same as copying. If you copy from an anime or whatever, the thing is, what happens is you see results much faster than you would if you work from imagination. So it's much easier to copy from reference and get better at learning how to copy. And so you might think, well, I'm improving, I'm improving, I'm improving. I'm improving every day, right? So that's what you think. Every day I should improve just a little bit. And then you draw from imagination, and it's a different story, right? It takes a lot more drawing from imagination to get decent, because it's not like, well, I'm just training my copying ability, which is just one ability. It's that you're using all this other stuff. You have to focus on anatomy and proportion and perspective and all these things. So it just takes a lot longer to become good with the imagination stuff. So what people do is they do things from reference, and they think, I can get it to this certain level. And then they go to imagination. It's like, wow, this is garbage.
Yeah.
This looks like crap. Like, what is going on? And then they think, I can only draw from reference. And no. It's gonna look like crap for a very long time, because imagination takes much longer to develop that.
Yeah.
So you have to, yeah, go ahead.
Here's the thing with using reference. Reality, all the information is on there. It's right in front of you when you're using reference. Reality is going to have the lighting, the values, everything you need to know. It's already there. Your mind, on the other hand, is another matter entirely, which is why I said library. You have a visual library. The more you practice something, the more you start filling out the pages in your library. You start putting books in there. Those books aren't going to be permanent, which is why you have to keep up your skill. Take it back out, review it, draw it again, whatever, which is why study is good. But it takes much longer to put it into your visual library than it is to outright copy, because if you're copying it, you're copying it. You're not absorbing the information. But when you get that information into your mind, you can pull that out anytime you want, as long as you still have it in there, and you're going to internalize it and you can use it properly, which is why doing from imagination is so difficult. And there's the thing with inspiration. Inspiration will show up whenever it comes, and then it'll leave whenever it wants to. So it's always more difficult when you got to do it just from imagination, but it's worth it. No, because that's the thing that's going to be improving your skill and your mind, not just copying.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. A lot of 6 people subscribe to you, Jeff. Congrats. Or 5.
No.
If you had to choose between shipping you guys and Fart Talks, which would you pick? Totally Fart Talks. Sycra, do a graphic novel, please. I'm on it. But it's going to be like 20 years or 10 years or something. Are you going to add a snail, a plane, or a small passing object to this video when you edit it? I'm probably not going to edit this one. Because I don't know if I have time. Do I have a Twitter? Yes, I do. It's Twitter, whatever Twitter is, and then just Sycra. So it's pretty easy to find me on Twitter. It's easy to find me on like lots of things because I tend to just like DeviantArt. I just use Sycra. Hotaru tips for drawing in the habit of drawing more realistically proportioned faces. I keep sliding back into big eyes mode and get the jaw wrong as well. Well, just focus on that. You know, if you keep drawing the jaw pointy, then purposely draw it flat. And if you keep making the eyes too big, force yourself to make them smaller than you actually want to. And then you'll get out of that. You know, it's like a pendulum that swings too much in one way and then it goes a bit too far in the other way. But anyway, this is pretty much an hour and 30 minutes now. So I think we're going to end it here. So once more, if you enjoyed Jeff's wonderful drawings, check him out at www.youtube.com/Bobmeatbag and hit that subscribe button.
No.
Yes. Yes.
No.
All right. Okay, so thank you, everybody. Thanks for joining me. Sorry for making it so late for some people in some parts of the world, but hey, it's morning somewhere, right?
Yeah.
So, good luck, and goodbye, and thank you, Jeff, for hanging out and doing some wonderful drawings.
No problem.
Take care.